Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm the proud owner of Energy Fitness in Tunbridge Wells. Before I say anything else, please excuse my scruffy hair and beard. I haven't had a haircut since February, so hopefully I'll get smartened up by the time we reopen. I'm here to tell you today our plans for reopening. Really excited to say that this seems to be getting closer now. We've been very busy freshening the gym up with some extra, some new paint work, and lots and lots of cleaning. We're getting a few bits of extra kit. We've been fixing a few bits and pieces that needed fixing, so the showers all work now. But primarily I wanted to tell you we're hoping that we may be able to reopen on July the 4th. That hasn't been confirmed yet, but that's the date we're working to until Boris tells us otherwise. And we're getting ready for that date, and we're really excited at the prospect of opening the doors and seeing you guys all again. This place isn't the same without you. We've been thinking very hard about how to operate in a safe way when we do reopen. Obviously your health and safety is our first concern. We've been guided in this by a framework published by UK Active, which is our trade organisation, and they've used this in negotiations with the government, but we're actually going above and beyond that. So we're not just doing the minimum, we're doing everything that has to be done, plus other things that we think are sensible. So I want to tell you a bit about all that. I'm going to begin with what we're going to ask you to do. So first off, if you have any symptoms at all of COVID-19, cough, temperature, loss of taste, all the things we've heard about, then please don't come to the gym. We really don't want to take any chances with all the other members, so please use some common sense and don't come unless you feel well. Secondly, we need your cooperation in wiping things that you touch. So there's only two ways that COVID-19 can be transmitted as far as we understand it. One is through airborne droplets from coughing and sneezing, and the other is from touching hard surfaces with your hands where those hard surfaces have the virus on them, and then putting your hands to your face. So what we need to do is to make sure that the hard surfaces are kept clean and sterile. So everything that you touch, and this could be dumbbells, barbells, weight plates, the controls on the machines, anything that you touch, please spray it and wipe it before and after touching it. The spray bottles have a better type of sanitizing liquid in them now. It's pink, so it looks different as well, but it kills viruses and bacteria. You don't want to get it in your eyes, but otherwise it's perfectly safe to use. And they're going to be everywhere. They're going to be all over the gym, so make sure you use them, please. Second thing we ask of you is good hand hygiene. Please wash your hands as soon as you arrive, or use the hand gel. There will be hand gel dispensers, about 11 of them all around the gym, including one right by the entrance, which is in the background there. So we need you to keep your hands clean. If you do cough or sneeze, and then wash your hands immediately afterwards before you touch anything else. We need you to maintain social distance. At the moment that rule is 2 metres. We're waiting to hear if that gets changed, but as far as we know it will be 2 metres. So at all times when you're in the gym, please make sure you are at least 2 metres away from everybody else. And finally, we need to ask you to not bring anything more than you really need for your session. So ideally that might just be a water bottle. The more stuff and clobber that there is around, the more chance there is of something being transmitted. So please don't bring anything you don't need to. Now what we're doing, one of the biggest things we're going to do, and this is above and beyond what we're required to do under the UK Active framework, is we are going to be using a fogging machine which we've purchased. We're going to be using it once a week, and that sends out a cloud of droplets which are a chemical I'll explain, which kills viruses and bacteria. The chemical that we're using is called Sterizar. It's the best in the market. It's skin safe, it's food safe, but it's very, very effective. It kills stuff. And the best thing of all is that It not only goes through the air and kills anything in the air, but it obviously goes on all the hard surfaces, all the nooks and crannies, and it remains effective for up to 30 days. So even when it's dried out, that surface should remain germ-free for up to 30 days. And we're doing this once a week. Most businesses use this kind of system if they've had a contamination incident. We're going to be using it as a precaution all the time. So that should give you a huge amount of reassurance about the environment in here. On top of that, we're obviously going to be doing lots of conventional cleaning using the new virucidal chemicals that we've got. So you will see cleaning going on most times when you're in here. The frequent touch points will be cleaned several times a day. Everything will get wiped down at least once a day. So yeah, the hard surfaces really should be as clean as it's humanly possible to make them. And if we combine that with your own hand hygiene, it's about as good as it gets. The air conditioning and ventilation systems will be on all the time. So as far as airborne droplets go, this will be extremely well ventilated premises. And because we have the high roof space, it's not quite as good as being outside, but it's close. It's not really an enclosed space like some other business premises would be. So air circulation is important. We are having a one-way system, so you can see the arrows on the floor there. So when you come in the gym, you'll be directed to follow the arrows straight down the main gym, and then up the stairs at the back, and there's a one-way system the other way upstairs, so that you come down the stairs at the front of the gym before leaving. So please stick to that one-way system so that we're not sort of crowded each other out. Certain areas will have numbers restrictions. So the resistance machines that I'm standing amongst here now, we have 10 machines, but we should only have 4 people using them at any one time, and that will be clearly signposted. So I walk into the weights area, you will see that the floor is all marked out in boxes, and so it's basically one person per box, and again maintaining the 2 meters distance. So there's room for lots of people in here, but sensibly spaced out. In fact, overall, we're going to have a limit on the number of people in the building. Now, the exact number is still being worked on because there's a few variables we're playing around with to make it as good as possible. But it looks like about 50 will be the limit, and you'll need to book your gym session. There'll be an online facility, so you can do that on the website or through the app. That'll be really easy, and you book your slot, maximum 1 hour. It can start and finish, say 20 past 7 till 20 past 8. It doesn't have to be on the hour. And that way we can manage the numbers of people in the building at any one time. Please try and avoid the peak times if you possibly can. After work, sort of between 5:30 and 8 o'clock on a weekday is the peak time. If you can come at a different time than that, it will help to make sure that there's a time for everybody, and it'll also give you a better experience because it'll be easier for you to get around and use all the different kit. What else? So classes, initially we probably won't have any classes, or very, very few, but we hope that within a few weeks we'll be able to change that, which means that the studio, which as you can see is a very smart grey studio now, the studio has been gridded out as well, and that's to allow personal training to take place without getting in the way of anybody else. We've also put a few of the cardio machines in here, so you can see the treadmill and bike behind me, because obviously to maintain the 2 meter spacing, we needed to space them out a bit. So where there isn't room to put them anywhere else, we've taken some of the machines out of use, but the majority are still available for you to use. The changing rooms are still accessible, but there'll be a maximum of 2 people in there at any one time for changing and showering. And in addition to those 2, if you need to use the toilet or the wash basin, then that's okay as well. If you go to use the changing room and there's already 2 people in there, or you need to wait to find a loo or a wash basin, then please wait outside the changing room, wait your turn, and please don't spend more than 10 minutes in the changing room at any one time. so that everybody can get their chance to use them. As far as possible, please come to the gym in your gym clothes and shower at home afterwards, and that will make life a lot easier for everybody. The water fountain will be out of use. It's very difficult to manage sanitisation for that sort of facility, so you need to bring your own water bottles. We will be selling bottles of water still, but all sales will be cashless, so whether it's vending machine or anything you buy from us, Sunbed will still be operational, but only payments by card. So that's about it. All of this may change. We're waiting to hear what the final rules are, but that's the basic idea. We're going to make this as safe a place as we can. Your health comes first. Being fit is part of being healthy. It definitely makes a massive difference to your immunity system. So we want to make sure that you can have access to all the equipment here, all the atmosphere here, but in a safe way, and just give you an idea of some of the details of that. Please exercise patience with the team here. They've all been absolutely fantastic in supporting me through this, and we're all trying to find our way to make this work in the future. So we can do it together, and we just can't wait to see you back in here again. So see you soon. Thanks for being patient, and look forward to it.